Hello and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic, and we're gonna just jump straight on in here with our light side Sith Warrior playthrough, because we do need to get this guy's amnesia medicine, and hopefully we'll be able to do that without getting absolutely exploded by this fellow over here. Oh, they're both elites as well. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, anyway. Personally, for me, I actually really like the way that they've given us some extra thing that we can do to kind of solve this problem. Because, as we may or may not know, the way that generally you're going to be able to solve issues, mostly as dark side, is by just slaughtering everyone in your path. But obviously, the light side does things a little bit differently, and I actually really appreciate that, because you know, if it was just a simple, you know, Jedi mind trick kind of situation, then that would be a little bit sad.
Let's see, and there was a time I almost shot myself in the foot. That was a close one. What else? Oh, you're back. I was just recalling my life, trying to remember the highlights since I'm about to have my memory wiped clean. I think I'm done. Not much to reflect on. So, did you get the drug? I'm actually looking forward to starting over.
Try not to screw up your new life.
At least if I do. Hopefully it'll be in new and more exciting ways. Here goes nothing, I guess. Who are you?
Who I am is inconsequential. Who are you?
I have no idea who I am. Do you know? Can you tell me?
Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Goodbye.
Oh, well, so long then. Thanks for stopping by.
Wow. Too bad there isn't more of that drug. I got a few memories I could let go of.
Should I take that personally, Yvette?
Of course not. I'll never be able to forget you. Let's move on, shall we?
Ooh, I thought there was a little bit of a romantic undertone to that particular conversation option. So I was thinking, oh yes, let's do that. You know, that sounds pretty fun. Anyway, we have to return to all these guys, so quick travel it is. Alright, so we're going to speak to Malavai Quinn, and then get our next assignment from Barriss.
I must be honest. Your success at the Satellite Control Station and Republic Crater Outpost has surprised me, my lord. I computed the likelihood of success as nearly negligible. In my assessment, however, I only considered the capabilities of a typical Sith. Clearly, you are not a typical Sith. I will adjust future calibrations to account for your unprecedented abilities.
Don't worry about it, Quinn.
I take pride in accuracy. Otherwise, I'm no good to you. Lord Barriss is pleased. He says it's time to zero in on your prime directive, and he awaits your contact. My barracks are yours. Activate the holocommunicator in the next room to speak with Lord Barriss. The line is secure.
You have been most helpful.
I'll be right here if needed, my lord.
Alright, let's take a look at the... Okay, the jacket is not amazing or anything like that, but that's not really why we're here, is it? No, not really.
I hope you can see the smile on my face, apprentice. You are turning me into a true believer.
Wait a minute. Let me pinch myself.
I'm sure you're impatient to complete your time on that little rock. With the satellite tower computer destroyed and Commander Rylon's son neutralized, my spy's tracks are covered. Now the only threat to Rylon ever being exposed is the man himself. It's time to end that threat. Permanently.
Do I have a choice in the matter?
I like that idleness makes you disagreeable. Just be sure to give Commander Rylon an honorable death. It's the least we can do. I've had him embedded within enemy ranks for decades. The extent of his contribution to the Empire's interests is unrivaled.
The man is a hero. Pity he has to die.
He has always known the risk. The Jedi investigator must have no hard evidence that Rylon was killed to silence him. It must look like anything but a targeted execution. Annihilate everyone there.
Sounds like overkill to me.
Your objection is noted. The order remains. I've summoned Lieutenant Quinn. He'll prepare you for your final task.
Your final target is the BALMORRA arms factory. The Resistance forces recently captured it and made it their headquarters. An incursion into the arms factory will be a monumental feat. I'm excited by the prospect of you laying waste to that place.
Just spit out the details, Imperial. Try to contain yourself.
Yes, my lord. I will not stray from the facts again. All right. The Republic Command Center is deep inside the arms factory, the most heavily protected installation on the planet. In order to reach Commander Rylon, you will have to make your way past all of the factory's defenses, which are considerable.
The tougher, the better.
Stationed inside are an estimated 1,000 of the Republic's best-trained soldiers. Specifically, Rylon's elite squadron is responsible for some of the most precise, improbable resistance victories on BALMORRA. They're legendary.
Sounds like you admire them, Lieutenant.
I've marveled at their tactical exploits, that's all. It will be a bright day on BALMORRA when they are eliminated. One final thing. The investigator that the Jedi sent has been concentrating her activity around the arms factory. I have her under minute-by-minute surveillance. If she becomes a problem, I'll contact you on your comlink.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm on top of it. I will be here to salute you when the BALMORRA arms factory is a smoking husk, my lord.
Ah, interesting. All right. So that is actually wonderful, but yeah, I'm kind of wondering. I am still very much wondering if there is a way that we can kind of circumvent Barris's order here. Maybe there's a way that we can, you know, do a little bit of the same sort of mind-wiping thing that we did to the sun. However, not the exact same thing, of course.
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the Resistance isn't done yet.
You'd think the Empire would have an easier time with a ragtag bunch of Resistance fighters.
Used to be we kept the Resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmorran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the Resistance back in their place.
Lieutenant Thorpe, eh? Yes, alright, okay. And where do we have to go now? Okay, it looks like I need to take a wonderful little speeder there. Alright, I've arrived at Lieutenant Thorpe's location. Let's see what he has.
I hear your exploits with Lieutenant Davril went well. I hope you didn't find him crass, my lord. Unlike my esteemed colleague, I do not base my mission's success on the decibel level of the explosions. Breaking the spirits of a resistance movement is like cooking a fine meal.
I don't do dinner service.
Funny. The Resistance has the people's backing. We must crush the spirits of the people to crush the Resistance. No doubt Lieutenant Davril told you that they've brought in cyborg mercenaries from off-world, using an experimental new drop technology to land them on the planet. These cyborgs are killing our soldiers left and right.
So what's the mission?
I believe we can catch them by surprise at this location. But here's the key. I want to send the Balmorran people a clear message. We collect the technology the cyborgs use to drop onto Balmorra and use it against them. Kill the cyborgs, collect the technology. What do you think?
I suppose it's not the worst plan I've heard.
I thought it was rather good myself. Bring me the cyborg technology, and I think the Balmorran people will get our message loud and clear.
Alright, okay. And that's 19,000 experience right there. That's pretty nice. Okay, so what do we have to do, actually? We need to recover cyborg rocket packs. Okay, good to know. And where is the area? Whoa, very small area. Okay, oh, these guys. These guys right here? Oh, okay. Well, that shouldn't actually be that bad, considering they are indeed airdropping in. I assume that means, of course, the explanation for them dropping in is, of course, this new landing technology that they have. And it appears as though every single time we attack one of these guys, we may, in fact, get exactly what we need. Yep, there's some more. Alright. Oh, this is pretty easy. This is actually pretty easy. Not too bad. I'm kind of surprised about that, actually. As you can see, we're getting wow, yeah, we're just picking up packs like no one's business. Like, literally, look at that. That is actually insane. And is that it? Is that it? Yep, that is actually it. That is done. That has to be one of the fastest quests that I've ever done. That is extremely quick. And we're back with Lieutenant Thorpe. Let's see what he has for us.
Word has it, the former Balmorran Minister of Defense, Vol Argon, got wind of your work destroying the generators at Nibre Warehouse. He's furious. I can't wait to hear his reaction when we attack him with his own cyborg's gear. Perfect.
Please, you're embarrassing me. I hardly tried.
Then I can't wait to see what you do when you're at your best. To reach the Resistance's main base, we need to push through the Gorinth Wilds. But the Resistance have repelled all Imperial offensives with guerrilla attacks from this untamed and largely uncharted area. A Balmorran defector, Cavil Aren, has agreed to help us clear out the wilds and carve a path to the Resistance's base. He's at the Gorinth Imperial outpost.
Ah, okay. So we're going to go and see Henry Cavill then. Alright. Alright, so we're now here with Henry Cavill and we're going to speak to him.
My lord, my respects. How do you like BALMORRA so far? Doesn't seem like much, does it?
I thought this was an Imperial operation.
I thought the lieutenant would have told you. I'm Balmorran, but I'm also a businessman. Patriotism is bad for business. So is death, but only to a point. Resistance stealth troops have been infiltrating Imperial outposts, making quick strikes and leaving no trace. The Empire says they can't be beaten. I say they can.
What did you have in mind?
You don't see them until they kill you. That's what they say. But I built the tech they use to keep hidden. There are camps in the Gorinth Wilds, but they've surrounded it with mines to keep strangers out. Watch your step, and you can use this device to detect the stealth fighters. They're fast, though. If I may offer advice, strike quick and hard.
Ooh, alright, okay. So we got some stealth individuals to deal with. That is going to be interesting. Okay, so we just have to go over here. Apparently, this is literally where they are. Alright. How does this even work? Ah, there we go. Alright, massive radius on this thing. Absolutely massive radius, so we don't even need to really worry about this too much. I don't even think I really even need to use my... I don't even need to use my defensive right here. Yeah, no, it's a little bit too simple. A little bit too simple there, but, you know, it's always a good idea to try it out. Okay, so let me just wait a second here, because I'm thinking... You find nothing here, try somewhere else. Okay, wait a minute. How big is this radius? Actually quite large, but there are some creatures in the area which are going to be a little bit annoying for us. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. And now, this should be easy. No? Okay. Alright, so we found the last group of troopers here, and I'm actually wondering where we have to... Oh, okay. We actually need to go back to him. I thought we'd be able to deal with that with a holo communicator call, but apparently not. A little bit strange, alright. Well, I don't really mind that too much. It is just a hop, skip, and a jump back here anyway.
No more surprise attacks. Good. Captain Rigel is on holo. He wants a word with you.
My lord, allow me to express my deepest pleasure at working with you. Operation Breaking Point has been far more successful than I ever could have imagined. Word is the former Balmorran Minister of Defense Vol Argon might come down to Balmorra. He's playing right into our hands.
What's the last mission?
Well, that's part of why I called.
Now that the wilds are secured, we're ready for the final push. Colonel Vrain, head of the Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps, has come to oversee the action. He's at the Sundari outpost, in striking distance of the Resistance's main base. It's now or never.
Alright, okay, and that is exactly where we need to go for Commander Ryland, so I am in luck. And it looks like we have an Imperial messenger here, not sure what he's doing.
My lord, you're Darth Barris's apprentice, right? Got orders from the planetary governor to find you. You're needed at this war conference, Priority Alpha 1.
If the governor wants me, let him beg at the feet of my master. I have other concerns.
This is Sith's business as well. Promise. The Dark Council sent an emissary, big-time Sith Lord, to personally review the status of the Balmorran occupation. This conference will determine the next stage of the ground campaign. Whole war's about to be decided, and the governor wants your expertise.
This emissary of the Dark Council, what do we know about him?
Sith politics aren't my business. One of Darth Mar's servants is what I hear, but don't know anything else. Assigning black level clearance. No one will cause you trouble. Be quick though. They're starting any minute.
Ooh, alright, okay. That's the first mention of Darth Mar. Obviously, as we know, we like him quite a bit, or at least I like him quite a bit. And he's going to play a very prominent role later on down the line. So yeah, anyway, this is actually where we need to go, so might as well knock out two birds with one stone, as it were.
My lord, let me be the first to tell you how appreciated your work has been. Today the Balmorran resistance, backed by the government in exile, takes its last pitiful gasp. We have you to thank. It won't be long before the corpse of former Defense Minister Vol Argon is cold in the ground.
I hope you intend to say thanks with some form of reward.
That could be in the cards if you pull off this last play. The Resistance, aided by the Republic, has made its headquarters in the Balmorran Arms Factory. It is a heavily fortified facility, but it's not invulnerable. Not with such a powerful patriot as yourself on our side.
I await your orders.
If we may impose on you for one final task in service of the glorious Empire, we need you to break into the factory, shut off its power, and use the period of panic to shut down security. Once this is done, the main attack force can sweep in and wipe out the Resistance. And if you see Vol Argon, kill him.
It's time we cut the head off this serpent.
Just be wary. Word is the Resistance at the factory have the Republic's backing. They'll be well equipped and well trained. For anyone else, this would be a suicide mission. I wouldn't consider it, but I have a good feeling about you.
You have a good feeling about Darth Barris's apprentice? Yeah, that's not really a far leap, is it, sir? No, that's not that far to really consider anything. Oh, Vet wants to talk to us. Let's do that first before we go into the meeting with Darth Lacris.
Have you ever heard of Nock Draen? Pirate. Terrified the criminal world for a few decades.
He destroyed the Wrath Cartel and the Vandalhelm Combine in some giant power grab. Same guy?
Yeah, same guy. Weird to think of him that way. Nock Draen was the most famous killer in the galaxy. But he set me free. I was still slaving it up for Three Eyes when he crossed Nock. Or maybe he just had something Nock wanted. I never did ask.
Did any of the gang survive the encounter?
You mean anyone that wasn't owned as property? No, they did not. I'm still not sure how Nock got his speeders into the camp. One minute they weren't there, and then they were. He was ruthless, but not a thug, you know? Sort of a pirate prince. Freed all the slaves, and told them they could join up, or go their own way.
To truly lead and inspire fear, people must see that you are in control.
That was Nock. Cool as the belly of an ice lizard. I was the smallest on the crew, and mining had taught me to fit in tight spaces. Nock's crew showed me how to steal. For a long time, I didn't feel bad about stealing. So much had been taken from me.
It must have been hard for you.
Well, it's a long time ago anyway. Let's get back to work, yeah?
Alright, there you go. We got a little bit of backstory. She wants to speak to us again, but I'm probably not going to do that right now. We're going to go and see Darth Lacrus now. And, well, this is going to be an interesting one. This is actually a group phase, so it's not a Sith Warrior storyline.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
Put the man down. Put him down now.
So much confidence. Such a commanding voice.
Thank you, my lord.
I think I like it. I'm Darth Lacrus, and I've been tasked with cleansing Balmorra. I'm glad you came. More Sith can only bring much-needed dignity.
I don't care if you rule 1 planet or 1,000. Nobody wastes my time.
To business, then. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmorra has a problem.
My friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmorra. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmorra's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the Resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Is there anyone on Balmorra who isn't fighting the Empire?
Now you understand my displeasure with the previous administration. Jaquetta and the Resistance are based in the Balmorran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
No fortress is invincible. There must be a structural vulnerability, potential traitors in the ranks.
If the governor had done his job, we'd know. But there's no time anymore. Jaquetta may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead, and as Balmorra's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
If the Republic invades Balmorra, they'll be violating the peace with the Empire.
And if they act through mercenaries, a foreign government, they'll hide their involvement, but it'll be an invasion just the same. Obliterate the factory defenses, lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmorra. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
Ah, there you go. We gained some pretty nice influence with Vet there as well. And we are going to be, well, we got a lot of things to do in the Balmorran Arms Factory. I think that's entirely the reason why we even came over here, to be honest, because now we basically have quests in this area all to do, which is absolutely fantastic. Alright, so this is actually one of the internal sensors that we have to disable here. I'm also dealing with some of the droids in here as well. For me personally, I feel like these enemies are pretty simple, but obviously they are extremely low level, and well, while we are scaled down, I don't know whether that really makes that much of a difference, because as you've seen with that particular elite enemy there, it just dies, you know, it just dies really fast. So we don't really need to worry too much about this. I'm gonna just continue using my cleave ability a little bit more. I feel like cleave is a little bit more effective than the what is it, vicious slash?
Been hearing grumbling lately. People saying the Republic abandoned Balmorra. Well, I may not be Republic Army anymore, but I'm still a patriot. So don't say it to my face. The treaty may not have left us much choice, but the people of the Republic are still behind you.
Alright, there we go. So there was obviously Grand Marshal Chiquetta actually talking over the radio there. He has been talking a little bit beforehand, and he's basically saying a lot of, should we say, inspirational, you know, general good guy kind of things. So, yes, that. Obviously, we are playing light side, but I think okay, fine. I'm not entirely sure what to make of him right now, but from what I can tell, he is tooting his own horn quite a lot. Not a big fan of that, because obviously if he's trying to boost morale and stuff like that, then yeah, go for it, you know, by all means. But it does feel as though he is indeed being a little too, shall we say, I don't know, he's seeking glory a little bit too much for my liking. But maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, maybe I'm misinterpreting his speech, you know, his speeches that he's currently doing. And what do we have to do over there? Is that a... Wait. Is that the thing? Ah, that's the thing we need to do. I came up here for nothing. Oh, well, never mind. We did actually get a couple of kills, which is relatively decent, I suppose. Kind of good to do that. And yeah, we can otherwise just have a pretty easy time of things here. As you can see, I'm actually starting to use this a lot more often now, and it's funny because I remember very early in the playthrough I was like, nah, never gonna use sweeping slash ever, right? But no, it is much more impactful, especially when you're up against these kinds of enemies and you can actually utilize it in this situation like here, being able to hit 2 enemies at once. And then obviously you do have the Ataru form thing, the little perk that basically makes... Is it Ataru form, or what is it actually called? Yeah, Ataru form. No, wait, no, not that. Ataru Savvy, there we go. It triggers an Ataru form strike on each enemy target it damages, which is obviously pretty cool. And once we get to level 35, we are actually going to get Massacre, which is actually going to be super nice. This bypasses Ataru Form's rate limit. For 6 seconds after using Massacre, your Ataru Form has an extra 30% chance to be triggered. And this replaces Vicious Slash. So I'm very much looking forward to that. It costs 3 Rage to use. So yeah, that's going to be a significant upgrade. We are currently level 32, so it is going to take us a little bit of time to get there, but maybe not too long. Alright, so we found the location of Vol Argon here, and we're going to see what he has to say for himself. Ah, never mind. Apparently there is no cutscene whatsoever, and we're just going to go into the fight. This is kind of strange, actually. This is a bit of a weird one, but we have indeed just absolutely... and 100% completely murdered every single one of his guards, so we don't even really need to worry about this at all. And he's out of here. Wow, that was it? No cutscene, no conversation, no nothing? Wow, that guy got the raw end of the stick like no one's business. Alright, into the group phase, and we are gonna do... What are we gonna do? The barricade controls. Okay, yeah. Obviously, we want to make sure that we complete all of these things before we proceed deeper into the factory. And here they are. I wonder if there's anything gonna be said.
Darth Lacris, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmorran arms factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Chiquetta, formerly of the Republic Army.
You're about to be overrun with Imperial troops, but this doesn't have to be a bloodbath. Talk to me, Chiquetta.
You won't like what I have to say. I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmorran Resistance. Taste of what's coming.
You expect me to believe these people are acting without Republic orders? They're violating the peace treaty by supporting the Resistance.
Raylon, are you here on Republic orders?
No, sir.
There you go.
Go! Go!
And we just, what? We're just gonna immediately be attacked by these guys? All right, okay, yeah. I think that's absolutely fine. We don't have to really worry about this fellow whatsoever. I can actually just use sweeping slash here. I think this is gonna be the most value. There we go. Kind of wish we wouldn't have an automatic. I don't know. I don't know whether you noticed that, but your character like kind of automatically faces towards your target, and sometimes that's actually not very good, especially when you want to position for an AoE frontal attack.
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did Juketa send a Jedi?
Along with a special forces team. He claimed they weren't with the Republic.
I'm sure he did. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. It must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmorran arms factory and bypassing our defenses.
Being governor of Balmorra isn't so easy after all.
I wasn't looking for an easy job. Scan for enemy transports approaching the factory.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, 1 Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
The Empire still runs this world. How much damage can those squads do?
Our forces are armed to fight a traditional insurgency, not elite strike teams. We'd need 1,000 Sith, not 6 million grunts. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems around the factory. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmorra.
Oh, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I'm getting out of here, no problem at all. I'm not sure about Darth Lacris, though. I mean, I find that quite funny, actually, that she says 1,000 Sith. Surely it would not require that many, right? To deal with, you know, some Republic troops. I mean, I don't know. Did they actually mention how many Republic troops they have? And am I actually going the right way here? Oh, there's an elevator. Oh, okay. I guess that answers my that answers my previous question. Because I was like, oh, do elevators kill you when they go on top of you? No, they do not. You just phase through it. So that's actually kind of nice. Because I was a little bit worried about that for a quick second there. Oh well, never mind. Alright, so this is the last fighter that we need to blow up. And apart from that, I need to find one more guidance system. Should be pretty easy. They look all like this. Aha! So we have our Sith Warrior phase before we go ahead into the next group phase, which is to locate the docked ship. Alright. Well, Commander Rylan is ahead. Let's see how we deal with him.
The factory is under attack. Headquarters has been breached and casualties are severe.
Keep your wits, Captain. What do we know of the enemy?
Target is carving a bloody path in this direction. Unconfirmed reports suggest it's Sith.
Consider them confirmed.
Commander, contact confirmed. The enemy is Sith. Repeat, the enemy is...
I can see that, Captain. Shut up.
Sith, I know why you're here. Be aware that these are the finest troops I've commanded in all my decades of duty.
Am I supposed to turn tail and run now?
My men and I would be disappointed if you did. Captain Ellerton, engage at will and hold the line. I'm coming with reinforcements. Right on out.
You're about to find out what we're made of.
You're made of bones that break and blood that spills.
You don't intimidate us. We've killed your kind before.
Enough talk, Captain. I can smell your fear.
Now taste death. Men, attack!
Yeah, I may I may have made a slight error there. Did not really mean to make Vet disapprove, but I suppose it doesn't matter too much here. We're probably going to be... Are we going to be sparing this guy, actually? Oh, wait, there's a load of people. I didn't even realize there were so many. Alright.
Commander, he should have been here by now.
Your commander is an Imperial spy.
You lie. Please, it can't be.
Must you rub it in, Sith?
Nice of you to join us, Commander.
No. Tell me what the Sith says isn't true.
I'm sorry, Captain Elgin. All these years I've been a loyal soldier of the Empire.
No. I can't believe...
It's unfortunate they were on the wrong side. They were excellent soldiers and exceptional men.
Why didn't you convert them to our cause?
I followed Barris's orders to the letter. Recruitment was never my purpose here. I serve for the glory of the Empire, but the life of a spy is a slippery one. In essence, I had to become a Republic soldier, and I've done things against the Empire that have sickened me.
But for the greater good, Commander.
I have lived believing, hoping that was the case, my friend. Today was inevitable. I knew Lord Barris would eventually have to eliminate me, but I'm proud to have been of service all this time.
I'm honored to be the one to kill you.
Before I embrace my end, there is one thing I must know. My son. He was the only thing in the world that was truly mine, and in love or weakness, I told him my secrets. I know you had to cover my tracks, but please tell me, did he face his fate well?
His chin was held high, Commander.
Then I can die with a smile. When they find my corpse, there must be evidence of a valiant fight. We must make this look convincing, Sith. So I will not hold back. I will fight you as though you are my mortal enemy.
It will give me no pleasure to cut you down.
Our duty is often difficult, friend. Tell Lord Barris it has been my great honor to serve him.
Oh, wow. You know what? I feel like this is a waste. Is that just me? Am I incorrect in thinking that this is a huge waste? Gonna interrupt that, obviously. Gonna need to make sure he doesn't cast any of those big abilities. And that's it. Wow, I'm actually super surprised, to be honest. And also, can I just say something real fast? His son is not dead. His son is not dead, and I didn't have the ability to tell him that. Which is a little bit disappointing, I have to admit.
My lord, I believe we've got trouble. I heard your entire conversation with Commander Rylorn.
You have my attention.
I told you that I've had the Jedi investigator surveilled and that she's been snooping around the arms factory. Apparently she bugged Rylorn's quarters, and as she listened in on your conversation, I heard what she heard. The investigator knows everything, my lord.
Where is she now?
She was heading to her ship, but I had my men move in and cut her off from the Republic landing bay. I am systematically blocking her avenues of transmission and escape, herding that Republic scum to her only hope, the spaceport at Sobrik.
I will be there soon.
I'm afraid there's more, my lord. My men who engaged her report that she's wielding a lightsaber. It seems this investigator is a Jedi Knight. I advise caution when facing her.
Killing Jedi is old hat for me.
Then my concern is unfounded. My apologies. I will gather my remaining men and meet you at the spaceport. We will crush this Jedi.
That was a little bit of a strange thing there. I'm going to assume that basically the addition of mentioning that, you know, she's wielding a lightsaber, if you're only doing the class story, then you would not have, you know, fought a Jedi before. Maybe? I actually can't remember whether we've actually fought a Jedi before in the actual Sith Warrior story up until this point. However, we have indeed fought a Jedi, as you could no doubt tell. Grand Marshal Chiquetta sent a Jedi to attack us. So we have indeed fought one, and a number of others, I think, previously. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. Alright, we've made it to the docked ship, and this is where we get to face Chiquetta and his elite guard. These guys have vibroblades. Alright, okay, I see. And there he is. This is going to be interesting, because that's a funny thing. I still think we shouldn't have killed Commander Rylan. I think Darth Barris was completely incorrect when dealing with this situation. I don't think he did a good job here. I think it would have been a much better idea to leave that guy alive.
The fleet may be lost, but my Padawan and I can hold the Imperials while you regroup.
No. You've got your ship, we've got a few of our own. I want you to get the non-combatants and the wounded off BALMORRA. After we handle this. You're damn tough, you know that?
If we tried talking from the beginning, we might not be in this mess.
Anything's possible, I suppose. I've got Jedi at my back and the finest armor Balmorran arms ever designed. Ignore the scratches.
We can cover your escape.
Nah. Let's see what an old man can do for his troops.
Oh, really? Really? Are you serious? Nah, you don't really want to do that, right? This guy's immune. Alright. He's immune right now. Alright, so that means I'm just gonna spam this ability a huge amount. Try to get Gore absolutely doing the business for us right there. As you can see, it just absolutely decimated that fellow. Now, how is what is? Oh, all right. It's just got a duration. It literally just has a duration, and why did he just stand there? That was actually kind of weird. That was kind of weird because he basically just allowed his allies to die. But I suppose from a balancing standpoint, for the actual fight, that makes sense, because otherwise you'd have to deal with 3 people, and it might be too difficult, dependent.
Good fight. You've got something I don't have anymore.
It's not too late to stop more killing.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I know how much the Empire wants to expose the Republic's involvement in BALMORRA, publicly. I confess the truth of the invasion, if you help my men.
Talk, and make it good.
Let the Balmorrans and the non-combatants leave. Treat the Republic soldiers fairly, as prisoners of war. Help them, and I'll tell everyone we violated the treaty.
The Empire isn't without mercy. We can come to an agreement.
I appreciate that. Sounds like your troops made it inside. Keep your word. I'll keep mine.
When you broadcast your confession, tell the Republic to disarm and withdraw from Imperial space. Nothing like BALMORRA can happen again.
You're only delaying the inevitable, but I'll say it.
Sir, Squad 815, Darth Lacra sent us to reinforce your position.
Take the Grand Marshal into custody. We're done for now.
Understood. There's fighting all over the factory, but it looks like a victory. Orders are to regroup at the outpost when you can, sir.
Okay, good. There you are. Okay, so we actually had a pretty good, shall we say, resolution to this whole thing. And now we have to go back here to the Imperial Vehicle Hangar, and then we have to go to the Sobrix Spaceport for the Jedi Knight Investigator. However, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.